welcome to Monday. Let us get this week started. I'm super excited to bring us into yet another Monday. I am feeling quite tired today. I've got to really level with you. Had a really early morning start on Friday. Went down to Melbourne, picked up my daughter from her school camp, and we hung out in Melbourne for the weekend with the rest of the family. So that was a whole bunch of fun, but oh my Lord, 6 hours in the car with the 3 children. I am really pleased that everybody is back at school today, just quietly. So today what I wanted to talk with you about is how we're going to make this the best week ever. Now, we've had a lot of momentum being built over the last few weeks, so I really want to help you to accelerate with that, to build up on that, and really get this week pumping and get really motivated. So first things first, the first thing that I really make sure that I have in place for a Monday is my plan. So I make sure I know what it is that I'm going to do through the week, and I had another idea over the weekend of, right, I can get some other content placed up on this particular platform. So good morning, Ainsley. So that was kind of funny. So that has gone into my plan. So I'm thinking about what's my big theme for the week. And I want you guys to think about this as well, because it's really important that we're not just creating content and posts and noise for the sake of it, right? Like, we want to make sure that we're actually doing things with intention, with volition, because there will be times where maybe you're feeling a bit like me today, where I'm just like, oh man, I feel like I'm really tired. Hey, Helen. And I also went skating yesterday afternoon, so we had skating training. So, oh my gosh, I'm really spent. So today, I guess, like, the big thing is, like, know the overall theme for the week. If you don't already know what that is for May, you need to work out what your overall theme for the week is. And then work out what you're going to do each day in order to be able to build up on that theme. So my theme for May is all about leadership. So I'm sitting here thinking this morning, it's like, all right, well, what can I really share with you guys today in order to help you to be able to demonstrate this in your business? Now, today, I'm not really feeling it. I'm certainly not feeling as motivated and as excited and as pumped and as inspired as what I have been over the past few weeks. And I know that that's a big part of because I'm tired and I'm actually feeling a little disorganized today. So the way that I am fixing this for me is making sure that I've got my plan in place. I know what my actions are. I've got my theme, so I can just rely on that. I don't have to worry about anything else. Unless I kind of feel like I'm fighting off a little bit of a cold. So anyway, that's a whole other thing. So that's one way to be able to demonstrate leadership. I think the other thing that's really important is you're welcome, Ains. I'm really tired. Really tired today, and as I imagine you probably are, even though you've come off a really beautiful retreat, it's like, okay, back into Monday and back into it. It can be a little bit hard to kind of get your wheels going on a Monday, or maybe it's the opposite for you, I don't know. So that's that. I think the other thing that I really wanted to share with you today is, oh my God, I have all these amazing ideas for what would be really lovely for our family and things like this. And so one of them was I surprise booked us all tickets for the football on Saturday. And I told the kids I told my husband a few weeks ago. And I was like, oh yeah, it'd be great, it'd be lovely. You know, we've got a 2-bedroom apartment that we've got booked. It's right near the MCG. It's going to be awesome. Holy shit. If I could have given my son away this weekend, I probably would have been really happy to. He was just so full on, so tired. It was really freaking hard work this weekend. And I think one of the reasons that I'm sharing that is that I know that a lot of the time, what happens on Facebook in particular, and Instagram actually as well, is like people tend to paint this beautiful, perfect picture about what their life is like in like maybe like a 30-second snapshot, or sometimes like an hour-long snapshot, and they don't always share the reality. Now, I know I'm really lucky, I know I'm really blessed, and for the most part we don't have any trouble. But oh my Lord, like this kid, you know, just that, you know, when these children just kind of like nag at each other, and oh my God, and my oldest daughter was sick. Anyway, so how we managed that, not very well, but how we managed that was we play this, and I totally recommend that you implement this game. So in the car, or no matter where you are, if your children are driving you a little nutty, then we use this game called the Silencio game. And whilst I'm not a huge fan of bribing my children with sugar, it works every time. So what we do is we say, okay guys, we've got this, we're going to do we're playing the Silencio game. Whoever wins gets a lolly when we get home, which sometimes we forget, but we always make sure we pay out. So what happens is whoever stays the most, whoever stays the quietest for the longest, they win the Silencio game, and so they get the lolly. Now, sometimes this can go for like 15 minutes, and we're like, oh, no, that's not long enough, do over, let's go. And sometimes we can get like 2 hours out of these kids because they're not doing like the thing. So that's my not so perfect life in a little nutshell. And then I got really grumpy because I ate stuff that made me very grumpy. There was sugar in it, and sugar makes me really crabby. So anyway, that's our weekend. So the moral of the story is, yes, we've had a weekend that should have been beautiful by all accounts, and lots of it was, some of it not so much. The 6 hours in the car on the way home, not so fab. But I guess what that means, why I'm sharing that is, number one, that's the reality. And, you know, hashtag children, this is life, and family life, and this is business and stuff like that. And even on the days, and this is particularly why your planning is really important, on the days that you're not really feeling it, and on the days that you're feeling like you could just stay in bed, or you've got a headache, or it's just been really freaking taxing trying to referee all of the people and all of the things, we kind of need to leave that at the door. So the way that I operate, I'm lucky enough to have a whole room as my home office at home. You might have a little nook, you might have the dining table, you might have a coffee shop, like wherever it is. And I want you to imagine that there's like a line that you cross over into, and at that line there is a big bucket. It's a freaking huge bucket. It might even be one of those, you know, the portable mini skips that are like, they're not really portable. Temporary skips is what I was thinking of. The skips that get put out, and you can put like a whole ton of rubbish in there. Probably 3 ton. I wasn't being literal. A lot of rubbish in there, right? So at this imaginary line, there is a bucket that you put everything into, so that you leave the weekend behind you, you leave all the shit behind you, you leave all of the week last week, you leave all of the, if you've had drama, if you've had complaints, if you've had anything that is not contributing to your motivation. I mean, we can use all of that for motivation and drive, but let's just say, for the sake of the argument, we leave all of that at that line. Everything gets left on the door. And so then by the time you cross over that line, it's like, okay, you put your blinkers on, and bang, I'm on. What actually needs to be done today? What do I need to do? How do I get my message out there? How am I reaching the people that I want to be able to reach? Where is my audience today? What do they need to hear? And that's your job, right? So you come in with that laser focus, leave everything out there. You've got your plan, you know what you're doing, and bang, you're moving forward. So a little bit about what I've got on my stuff today. I know, Nicole, it's a little bit exciting. Galen on the hour, my brain hurts. Yeah. So what I'm doing today, I have announced to my email subscribers, my email list this morning. Good morning, Joe. And I think I might have touched on it on Friday. I'm launching a Choose Your Own Adventure e-course thing happening today at some point in time. So I spent a lot of time on Friday in between children arriving in camp and blah, 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 getting all of that set up. So I'm so excited. There's a whole different range of e-courses that I'm throwing out there today, apparently. So we've got, what have we got? We've got creating a content explosion, getting social media working for you, the 5-minute social media marketing plan, the best ever niche creation strategy e-course, which is going to be fabulous. There's a Facebook Live e-course. It's all just it's going to be awesome. So what my job today is to get this done. I've got another video to create. I've got a podcast to create, and I've got some courses to start talking about. So I'm so excited about that. That's what I'm doing. And I mentioned that I found that other platform that I might launch some stuff out into as well. So that'll be a bit of fun. So for you, it's Monday. It's 9:10. What are your focus points for today? What are the actions that you are committed to taking part in today? What are you going to complete, and really get solely focused on that laser vision focus, and maybe just sit there for 90 minutes and do what you need to do, and then jump up, have a break, give yourself 10-15 minutes, go do what you need to do, and then come back, and then focus again for another hour, maybe an hour and a half. So work in little sprints, because otherwise, I know for me, I tend to get super distracted, and that's unhelpful when I've got a ton of stuff that I want and need to do. All right. Ainsley said, have a great Monday. Already did my first morning of stretch school. Yay! So excited for stretch school. And I think I saw that you're doing it in another session tonight. So twice a day. That's ace. Beautiful. All right, everybody. Have a really amazing Monday. Have fun. Be productive. Get out there and kick some ass, and make sure you work your plan. Talk to you tomorrow.